Hey guys, welcome back once again. So before I start today's video, just want to let you know that I'm doing a workshop in India in about 9 cities. If you don't know, now you know that. These are the cities and the dates what I'm visiting. If you want to be a part of this workshop, please watch this video which is in the first link in the description. There is a process which you need to follow. The agenda of the workshop is to help you guys figure out what should be the next move for you, what should be the next strategy when it comes to looking out for a job. If you're thinking of coming on a job seekers visa, or if you're thinking of applying jobs directly, there are certain formulas which we have applied into all our past clients and that has worked. So this is all tried and true, which we'll be sharing in the room once you're there. Second main agenda what I have with this workshop is I will be collecting physical copies of resumes, and that resume then will be forwarded internally to my team here in Berlin, and my team from here then will forward it to employers here, the connections which we have. Well, we are not promising you any sort of job, but whatever help we can do within our own capacity, certainly we will do that. Do not send any of the emails on my email ID. We would not be accessing that. This is only for people who are coming for workshop. Yeah. All right, then let's start. All right, guys, welcome back once again. So I'm sitting here with Manoj, and he's here to share his story of after coming on a job seekers visa, how he got a job. I will let you, of course, talk about your profile, and since I know Manoj's story, like, you know, from the beginning, we have sat down and we have spoken about what kind of huge risk he literally took to come here, to put the whole money on the line, and ultimately he have a job now today. Just give us your background, like an introduction, please.
I'm Manoj. I'm from Bangalore, and I have done my bachelor's in electronics and communication, and I have around 8 years of work experience. My core expertise is in front-end development, React, JavaScript. These are my core technical skills, and I have handled roles like senior software developer, technical lead, and just before coming here I had my own startup. So I had ventured into an online store for the prescription eyeglasses and sunglasses.
Right.
So after that it didn't work out well, so after that I thought of coming to Germany on job seeker visa, and I came here just 2 months back.
What are your skills, like when it comes to technically?
Primary, it's JavaScript. What I was looking for was React.js, which is a front-end development framework. The core experience what I have is for around 4 years.
Right.
So the first 4 years was in a different domain, in a .NET application development. Just before my startup, when I was a technical lead, that is when my React.js and the JavaScript journey started.
Okay.
So the core experience what I have is around 4.5 years.
Right. Before we talk about anything about how was the interview, how many applications you filed, give us a moment where you felt like, oh my god, nothing is working out.
Maybe till last week.
Okay.
So
how many applications did you file in this whole period of 3 months?
Maybe I have applied for around 70 to 80 companies.
Total in this 3 months?
In this 3 months, yes.
Okay. People go mad, right? I mean, I've heard people applying like literally 500 jobs a month.
Actually, that doesn't work out.
Right?
Yeah. Just a single click apply button, that won't work out.
So it's about quality versus quantity.
Quality, yes.
Manoj, do you speak German?
No, not at all.
Didn't you feel at any point like, I wish I could have learned some that would have helped you?
When it comes to the interview or the jobs, I didn't feel the need for German.
Okay.
But in the public places or in the government offices, I have felt. Yes.
Right. Can you tell us like how many interviews you have gone till the last round but you didn't get selected?
The first week when I came here,
yeah,
so I had the first interview. I went till 5th round.
Okay.
Yeah, so I cleared all the first 4 rounds, and the 5th round I attended and it went well. But after a couple of days I just got a generic rejection mail without any feedback. I asked for the feedback but they didn't provide.
Right.
So that was one, and others it was just till 2nd round or 3rd.
The beginning stages you were getting rejections for other applications. Okay. Let's talk about what happened in this job interview which you got selected. How many rounds were there first of all? Total?
Actually 3.
Can you get in that 3 rounds and explain us and put it in front of everyone? What happened?
Sure. How I came to know about this job opening is through a recruiter. She sent me a
Headhunter.
yeah.
Okay.
Headhunter.
Uh-huh.
So she sent me a connection request, and I gave my number.
Sure.
She called me and gave 2 profiles, 2 job openings
Okay.
in Berlin.
Uh-huh.
Then I applied for both, and this one where I'm selected, the CTO of that company, he responded within a day that
Wow.
he want to go ahead with my profile.
So she provided you on LinkedIn like, hey, listen, Manoj, these are 2 openings.
Yes,
Then you applied onto those jobs
correct.
via LinkedIn or via email?
No, through her. That's it.
How
So
do you? What do you mean by through her?
I mean, she had my CV and all my.
So she forwarded everything to them.
Yeah, she was.
And then
forwarding.
somebody from that company contacted you on your email ID.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Let's move forward. Okay, what happened after that?
So after that, with the CTO, through a couple of emails, we scheduled a call.
Okay.
Which was a Skype call.
That was the first round.
That was the first round.
Okay, what happened?
Nothing technical actually, so just to get to know myself
Sure.
and my past experiences. He just wanted to know why I'm interested in their company.
Right.
So the discussion went maybe for 20 to 30 minutes on Skype,
Okay.
and it went well basically. I was quite, 100% sure that it's gonna go through.
Yeah.
I was pretty much confident.
Okay.
And within a day I got a response from the recruiter, I mean the headhunter, that the CTO was impressed and he wanted to proceed to the second round.
Sure.
After that I again got an email for inviting me to the face-to-face interview.
Ah, they called you in their office?
Yes.
Okay.
So I went there with my laptop. So it was a pair programming, 1 developer and 1 CTO. I mean the CTO. So they had a problem, and I had to solve in front of them. So they connected my laptop to the main screen.
Okay.
So they were monitoring my code.
Uh-huh.
So the coding went for around 1 hour, I think.
Wow.
So it was a proper React application. I had to develop a React application there.
Okay.
The first problem I could solve within 30 minutes.
Okay.
And he was quite impressed, and he gave me a second problem, and then I could solve that in another half an hour.
Okay.
So that was kind of 1 round.
Uh-huh.
And in the same day, so they just took down some time, and they again came back to me, and they proceeded with the technical questions. So they were just throwing the questions on about the JavaScript, React.js.
So it's like a oral question now.
Oral questions, yes.
Okay, so you did everything what you had to do in computer.
Yeah.
Now it's just like sitting session.
Yeah. During the pair programming, they were just seeing the results there itself. So whatever they asked for, I was executing that.
Right, right. And this whole thing went on for how long?
Approximately 2 hours. Less
2
than
hours?
Yeah, approximately 2 hours.
So you were constantly being assessed. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay, be ready with technical. Okay. And what happened in the third round?
So after a week, they scheduled for a face-to-face discussion with the co-founder and again with the CTO and the team members. At that moment, there were at least five people.
So 5 people sitting in front of you.
Yes.
And then, okay.
There was nothing technical actually.
What? Okay, they were just getting to know you.
Yes.
How are you as a team player?
Yes.
You know? Okay, okay.
So what do I expect in a startup, or what do I expect from the colleagues with whom I'm working?
Okay.
And what is my way of working? How do I take up the problems?
Right, right.
So and how is my communication? If I'm stuck in something, how do I communicate with my
Sure.
peers?
Sure.
So these were the stuffs discussed.
Okay.
So after that, the co-founder, the managing director, he came. So he sat with the CTO.
Okay.
So that discussion went for around 1 hour.
The last round?
The last round. That was the last round.
Okay. So last round was again with 5 people.
The 5 people, that went for around 30 to 45 minutes.
And then
So they went.
Okay.
They
So
went
the rest of the team members left, and then
They
the
left.
only CTO and the co-founder
co-founder.
then sat with you
Yes.
to discuss what?
Again, it's kind of a cultural fit assessment. That's it.
Okay.
So how do I fit in their company?
I'm sure. I mean, every company has their ethos. Every company has their mission and vision. They need to see how you fit in their culture,
Yes.
right? Okay.
In some places, more than technically, they want to see how do I culturally fit in their
Makes sense.
company.
Right, right.
So that assessment took for around. So he was asking my personal questions, family questions, everything.
Right.
What was my challenges in the startup? So he was much interested to know about my experience.
I'm sure. Yeah. Because you somewhere in the back of your mind, you're still an entrepreneur. I know that.
Yes.
An entrepreneur is always an entrepreneur. He would today and tomorrow you will go back and start something of your own. I know this. Anyway, let's talk about the juicy part of the interview. What point did they discuss about the money?
In none of the rounds.
Really?
So I had communicated my expectation through the headhunter. So she had conveyed to the CTO. That's it. So in none of the rounds, the salary part came in.
So whatever you requested to the headhunter, are you getting in that bracket?
In that bracket, yes.
Okay. Great. I mean, I don't want to know exactly, but with a profile like yours, 8 years of experience, a front-end developer, how much, if someone is watching and they have the same profile like yours, they would be interested, how much should they quote?
So if you're working only on the front end or only on the back end, so anything between 55 to 60,000,
right?
That will be a good start.
Okay.
And if you're a full stack developer, maybe you can add 5 more to that. So anything between 60 to 65.
65, yeah.
That will be a good one.
Right. I'll tell you guys something. What inspires Manoj's story more is he got one more job some days back.
Yes.
Okay. And I remember that he called me to ask, like, listen, I'm getting this and this salary. Is it enough to survive? Because he's married. He has a kid
Yes.
back home. Can I bring my wife and kid, and can I survive on that money? We had that discussion, right? And he was getting this job in Hamburg. And I clearly remember I told you, don't go for it. And at that moment, a human mind will try to trick you, because you know that after such a hardship, you've got this, how can I let this go off like that? And start over again looking out for jobs. Was that happening with you?
Yes.
Right? I'm sure that when you share this with back home or anybody, they would just say, just take it, man. Just take it, quickly jump on it, because you don't know after whether you'll get it or not. Here's an example. He took that risk of letting that job go. How much were they paying you?
45K.
45K. Come on.
Yeah.
That was a joke for a person with 8 years of experience.
But when the interview started, I had conveyed my expectation and he was okay with that. And I personally went there for the interview. So in the 5th round with the CFO, he drastically reduced to 50,000. And the next day I was about to call him and say I'm okay with 50K. And it was a shocker. He again reduced to 5,000. So there was some miscommunication with themselves. And they...
Yes, I remember our discussion. Yeah, and I was like, if company themselves are not sure, what will they take care of you? Yeah, that's what I told you. And I made one of the videos where I'm talking about don't sell yourself for cheap.
Yes.
Okay. You remember that video?
Yes.
And this is exactly what I was talking about, your situation. I mean, not your situation, but exactly that would have been you if you would have gone ahead with the offer. I think many startups who are not well funded, so they will be in the same situation. Even it's hard for them to pay a big salary, so they will just find out some desperate guys who can sell out for less amount. Manoj, if you were to advise some people which websites they should refer for jobs? The first thing is having a premium account on LinkedIn. In most of the cases, people approach to the candidates rather than we applying to the company and waiting for the response. Right. And the way this would have happened with you is the moment you change your location to Berlin. That matters a lot. Right? Yeah. So the German address and German mobile number on the CV, that matters a lot. When I had the job seeker visa, I came here 1 month late and I had booked an apartment here. So I had an address to update in my CV. So when I was in Bangalore itself, I changed my current location to Germany, Berlin. So when you were back there only? Yes. You're a badass, man. Like, out of 6 months, he was staying home in India for 1 month. For 1 month, so technically he only had 5 months to find a job. Correct. Where people would just run the moment they have a visa because they know that their time is ticking, you know. Okay. Okay, so yeah, well, let's stick to the point. Like, so LinkedIn premium is important. What else?
There are platforms like talent.io, snap.hr, and moberries.com.
Yeah, moberries.com.
Yeah. So these are the platforms where the companies, they themselves contact us.
In a very simple words, would you advise people to come on a job seekers visa and apply for a job, or you would say, no worries, sit there and apply from there?
That again depends on their financial commitments and the support what they get from the family. So
you also had so much. I mean, I'm not opening up with you guys, but I know that your family literally poured in the money.
Correct.
They
sponsored me. I had burnt everything in my startup.
Yeah. His family supported him. I mean, I think you should talk about it, man.
Okay.
See, I'll tell you, like, his father-in-law or father?
Father.
His father supported him. He said, don't worry, I'm going to pour in the money for you now for job seekers. You go see if you can find a job better for us.
Correct.
In fact, yes, I remember like a couple of months back when he met me, we were doing his coaching.
Yes.
And I literally sat with him for 2 hours. Juliana did your coaching actually.
Correct. She refined the CV.
Juliana. Yeah, that's true. Juliana did the whole CV and cover letter thing. Yeah. But the point here is, again, higher the risk, higher the profit.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have realized that. Yes.
Right. Finally, you realize that. Manoj, what advice do you have for all those job seekers who are going to come very soon to this country?
Before applying for the job seeker visa, I think it's better to do a thorough research. What are the number of job openings, the right companies, or the number of English speaking jobs. So these are the key points. So without research, I think it's kind of waste to invest so much money in job seekers.
Manoj, what are the generic front-end and the back-end technologies currently are in high in demand?
React Native, and next comes the Angular.
Okay.
So these are the top 3 hot selling cakes right now, especially in Berlin. There are plenty of jobs for these technologies. And if you have some skills on the back end also, then it would be Node.js, MongoDB, GraphQL. So this adds too much value for the profile.
Imagine that you were to recruit a guy, front-end developer. What technical questions you would put in front of the guy?
I'll just dig deeper into the React technology. And there are something about the components in React. Why should we use the pure component, or how do you decide if you want to go for React hooks or the just the state or the Redux state managements in React. So the candidate should be able to answer all this. So how does it decide?
Right.
So just knowing the definitions doesn't help. So he poses a problem, the interviewer. So he should be able to pick a right one. So for this problem, what would I pick? So he should be in that situation.
Okay.
And how would he do the API calls?
Right.
So will he use the fetch or any other libraries for doing the API calls? So these are the key things what they look for. And the cross-browser compatibility issues. What are the main issues? Suppose if I have an application, it has to run in all the browsers.
Right.
So how do you make sure it runs on all the browsers? So this is the most common questions.
Alright guys, so that's all from our side. Thank you so much, Manoj, for coming on my channel, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so much.
For getting a job. Again, the whole purpose of bringing him again was to show you guys that coming on a job seeker's visa, it does work. Okay.
It does work, yes.
He took a huge risk. Literally, I don't think so. Sitting here talking to a camera does the justification, because I know I've seen him when he was in that mode. Yeah, it was very serious, but he took a risk. Higher the risk, higher the profit. Okay. On this note, we'd like to say goodbye to you, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.